Hello everyone, my name is Elsie, and welcome back to Crystal's Dreamlight Valley. When we left off, we were helping Mushu with his tiny villager society, something along those lines, and finishing off his level 10 quest. And I thought, well, we could go back and do some more Storybook Vale, but since I'm already really behind, and I'm sure everybody else has probably finished it and whatnot, and since Aladdin and Jasmine are coming soon, I thought maybe we could get Jafar going. So that is why I am over here in Eternity Isle, because I just want to finish up Eternity Isle finally and say that I have finished it. So we have Jafar's lamp here, and it says you tricked Jafar into shutting himself away inside this lamp. You think it will take more than rubbing to get him out again. And I don't entirely know how to get him out, but I have seen things like this tree around, and these are like the only weird things that I've seen in Eternity Isle, so I think this might have something to do with it. Okay, talk to Oswald about the strange two-dimensional phenomenon you discovered. Okay, so we're going to go talk to Oswald and see if perchance this has something to do with Jafar. Yeah, there's also this statue here, so I'm going to pick up that as well and see if that makes any difference. Hey Oswald, I found this weird flat object on Eternity Isle. Yeah, what's that got to do with me, friendo? Well, it's flat in a way that screams Oswald. Huh, you don't say. Alright, fess up. Is this your fault? Maybe. I'll take that as a yes. Okay, you got me, Crystal. I'll spill the beans. See, I was working on some self-improvements, trying to be so interesting it'd make tongues wag. And how did we get to a two-dimensional object? I'm getting to that. Hold your horses. I figured I'd need some more sides to myself, so I borrowed a few dimensions from the stuff around me. Problem is, now I can't figure out how to put them back. I'm at my wit's end, I tell ya. Oof, well, let me go talk to Merlin. Maybe he'll know what to do. In the meantime, whatever you did, don't do it again. Don't you worry, I'll learn my lesson, chum. Alright, we are gonna go talk to... Oh, nope, we gotta find something else first. Find all the strange objects. So there's something in the plains as well. Let's see, is that over here? Let's go see what we can find over here. Ah, a cactus. I've got it. Bring the objects to Merlin to inspect. Will do. Alrighty, Merlin, what do you make of these? Hey, Merlin, I've got a bit of a quandary for you. Think you can help? Certainly, Crystal. By any chance, does this relate to the Bermuda Triangle and sustainability as a holiday destination? You see, I've recently, not exactly. Check this out. Yes, let's take a closer look. What have we here? Extraordinary! The dreamlight magic in these pieces of landscape has been tampered with. Yeah, they're also extremely flat. How right you are! Oswald messed up, and I'm trying to figure out how to reverse this. Any ideas? I've a few ideas we might try. Reverse hexes, asking them nicely, but we'll need more information first. What kind of information? Crystal, I'm afraid that the magic governing the shape and dimension of these items has been compromised, and, well, geometrical and dimensional magics are not exactly my forte. That's not good. You think there's a danger of this spreading? I certainly hope not. Perhaps you should look about Jafar's palace. As dastardly as he may be, he's extremely intelligent, and Jafar spent a very long time on Eternity Isle. I'm certain he understands its nature better than anyone. If you could find some of his notes, we may be able to fix this. In the meantime, I will attempt to wrestle some sense from these strange objects. I'll go take a look. Thanks, Merlin. Okay, we are off to the palace. So, this is a good, hopeful sign that maybe this is connected to the whole Jafar quest. We shall see. So let's go explore the palace. Alright, so yes, I usually look stuff up on the wiki, but this time I figured, I've seen these around, let's just see where it leads and, try and figure something out for ourselves for once, not have to, rely on the wisdom and help of others. We can be independent and figure things out ourselves as well. So I have come to his little research area here, and it looks like there are notes all around on the floor here, so let's gather these up and then bring them back onto Merlin. Okay, let's see. Notes on interdimensional algebra, observations on planar geometry, and advancements in representational figures. Something here's surely gotta help. Surely, surely, surely. Excellent find, Crystal. Now let's have a look at these. Um, yeah, I barely understand any of it as well. This is unlike any sort of magic, enchantment, or power I've studied. Not sure I'd even consider it magic, to be honest. Well, that explains it then. We find ourselves in the realm of something else. Okay, so what's the plan? Crystal, I wish I had the answer, but this flattening phenomenon of Oswald's has me mystified. It appears to be immune to charms, incantations, potions, and saying please. But what about Oswald's strange distortions? They might be getting worse. Well, as to that, I have an idea, but you may not like it. In fact, I don't quite like it either. Let's hear it, Merlin. We ought to speak to Jafar. Are we really at last options already? We just got him locked away in the lamp. Yes, well, we could always try my first last resort. We ask Oswald to remove a dimension from everything else, and we all live on two-dimensional isle. But for that to work, we must hope that Oswald can remove the same dimension from each part of the landscape. No, let's try Jafar first. I know it's not ideal, but despite his disagreeable nature, we cannot deny Jafar's intelligence. His experience living inside the lamp must have given him a certain familiarity with magical space and how it works. Hopefully, he will have a theory on how to deal with these flattened objects. All right, maybe he'll play nice for a chance to stay out of the lamp. Well, what do I need to get him out? If you take the lamp to the Statue of Time in the heart of the Cave of Wonders and use your royal hourglass on it, that should release him. All right, he better be cool about this. Something tells me he's probably gonna be a little upset, just a little bit, but I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement. Maybe get Ursula's expertise in here on making deals, something like that, Alright, let's see how this goes. I just came into the cave and I found a thing here. Is this one of Rapunzel's lyrics, maybe? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't have been here before then. Fascinating ancient devices on this island. I have numerous ideas for what I will create with them. Oh, really, Gaston, do you? Oh, that was Jafar. Okay. Interesting. Another note next to Oswald's hole. The powers of a genie are trifling next to these machines. First the palace and now the cave, with so little effort. Found number 3 here. Hopefully number 3. Hope I didn't miss any. Yes, this will do. The jewel will remain safe until the time comes to put my plans in motion. We ascend, and we put the lamp inside, and we use the magical hourglass upon it. Oh, hello. At last, I am free. The spell worked. Now to seek oh, hello. Hello. What spell are you talking about? Were you using magic to try and escape? What I was or was not doing in the prison you banished me to is between myself and the lamp. I'll take that as a yes. Listen, Jafar, we need to talk. Clearly you freed me for a reason. Pray tell, Crystal, what catastrophe has befallen you for which I am your last resort? We didn't have enough snarky people around. I see. You have freed me merely to engage in mockery. No, you're right. I need something. I found some strange two-dimensional objects around Eternity Isle. You did you? Now this is interesting. Oswald did something. We need your help fixing it. I see. And how will this endeavor benefit me? Consider this a shot at a second chance, Jafar. If you can put aside your evil and do something for the good of Eternity Isle, I might be inclined to let you stay out of the lamp. And if not? I've defeated you once before, and I can do it again. Ah, yes. Well, seeing as I have few choices at present, I accept. I will require some time to study the problem, but I will inform you the moment I understand the nature of this anomaly. Perfect. And Jafar? Yes. Don't get any ideas. I've got my eye on you. I would not expect otherwise, Crystal. Now, if you will excuse me, I have work to do. Alright, so looks like we will be investigating this throughout his friendship quests. So let's see what he has to say. You seem rather pleased with yourself. I have a precise method of dealing with seemingly insurmountable problems. Do you know what it is? Extreme manipulation. In other words, persuasion. Such a wonderful method for eliciting cooperation. But you haven't really achieved your goals, have you? Not yet, but a wise man bides his time. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Alright, what do you want, sir? A shiny ruby, a red luminescent flower, and a red passion lily. All of the reds. Okie dokie. Can do. I've got mail. What is this? What is my mail? Research ongoing. Crystal, should you require additional information, I shall continue my research within my palace laboratory. Though I have a dearth of scientific instruments, limitations will hopefully inspire creativity. Most humbling, Jafar. Interesting. Good to know. Excuse you, sir. You said you were going to stay inside. Get back in there. If you find yourself in need of counsel, I am at your service. Alright, I got some stuff for you here, buddy boy, so that you'll help me out. And I don't have very many of these rubies, so you better appreciate it. It is about time someone acknowledged my contributions. Okay, the optics of a second chance. Let's go. Crystal, I have news for you. Great, did you find out our geometric issue? I have! Clearly something is wrong with the dimensionality of these objects, but rather than being simply ripped away, the dimensions have been folded down. Fascinating. I must admit I'm surprised that you appreciate the finer details of geometry. Now, if I am correct, and I most certainly am, I know what is needed to resolve this situation. However, it will not be simple. Alright, what do you need? Supplies to begin with, levers, a mirror from the Cave of Wonders, and power cables from Eve's house. And after that, I will inform you of what to do next. You can't just tell me now? You're kinda on thin ice. Now, why would I tell you everything just to be rudely thrown back in a lamp? All in due time. Alright, fine. I'll be back soon enough. Merlin is going to keep an eye on you, though. Yes, I'm not sure why I'm doing sort of like a British accent for Jafar, but I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of how his voice actor is. Like, I was listening to the little voice lines, and I'm like, yeah, kinda, but yes, I'm hoping to get Eric in here at some point to do the guy voices for me. I'm sure he'll do much better at that than I can. Hopefully you can bear with me. Hopefully you get a good laugh out of my my attempts. I found another Jafar note. Bereft of reflection, intruders will languish here in utter hopelessness. Practicing our poetry, are we, Jafar? Found a mirror. Found a note. It is almost too quiet here without Iago. I didn't count you for not sympathy, what's the word I'm looking for? Reminiscing? No. Admiration? Melancholy? I can't think of the word. It's not like I work with words for my living. Yes. I edit children's books for a living. Not just children's books, young adult too sometimes. But you know, sometimes English is hard. Yeah, I didn't check the beginning, so it's probably there. Had other things on my mind. There's no lever over here, but there's a note. If this is to be my Cave of Wonders, then only the magic of my cobra's regard will open the way. Okay, so instead of like the golden scarab, you're gonna use your staff instead. Fair enough. I feel like I looked everywhere, but apparently I missed somewhere. Did I go back here? I did not. Alright, I found the lever. And the last note. The path is broken and the ancient power can no longer flow. No one will uncover this room's secret. Except I did, because I'm so smart. Okay, now it is off to Eve's house to get some power cables, because apparently we can't make those ourselves. Okay, let's see. We've got a pile of junk over here with all of the power cables we need. Okay, bring Jafar's tools back to him. Will do. Okay, Jafar, here are your things. Excellent. We may now proceed. What's next? We must construct a supremely important tool, and by we, I of course mean that you will perform the labor, while I continue to glean the secrets of this twisted phenomenon. Yeah, I'm used to it. One would then imagine that I would be the more suitable ruler and you an assistant. Nevertheless, to continue with this experiment, I require a dimensional prism. No, you see, I am ruler because I help people the way that you are supposed to. And that's how it's supposed to be. You can craft it easily enough should you be sufficiently competent as to acquire a jade, a spinel, an alexandrite, a bumblestone, and an evergem. Tall order. To conduct worthwhile experiments, one must use the highest quality resources. Once you have acquired them, meet me in my palace laboratory so we may continue to plumb this mystery. Alright, I'll meet you there. Okay, yes, I have all of those gems on me, thankfully, so we've just got to craft the prism. Hopefully, he's not just trying to, make another diamond ring like he did in the movie for some big machine. Wouldn't surprise me. Dimensional prism. Ooh, fancy. Okay. Oh, what is this? Can I pull the lever now? Can I do it? Can I do it? I want to. Let's see if we can figure out what this thing's gonna do. Okay, it's gonna put the light right here onto this cobra pedestal. And then it's gonna open this door. And, something bad's gonna happen. Yep. Something's bad's gonna happen. Got the dimensional prism. Excellent. This is precisely what we need to align the machinery. While you do that, I shall regulate the power. Sure, what's the setup? First things first. Here you are. Okay, we got the cables. To begin, you must link the power generators to my machine using the cables. Next, the dimensional prism must be set on the pedestal. Then, place the geometrically impaired objects in the experiment chamber and activate the beams. Alright, doesn't sound too difficult. That remains to be seen. However, I shall be here should you require assistance, which would not surprise me in the slightest. Oh, that sounds like a challenge. I've got this. How charming. Go ahead then. Surprise me. I will be your next diamond in the rough. I don't even need to look at the directions. I remember exactly what I need to do. A mainstay of monstrous engineering, this cable can handle power surges up to and including giggle fits. Oh, where did Eve get cables from the monster world? That's funny. Okay, do we turn this on? Open the experiment chamber using the lever. Okay, open. Okay. This cactus, while prickly, seems oddly flat. This statue seems to vanish completely when viewed from a particular angle. You could stack a dozen of these trees side by side, and they still wouldn't take up more space. Ah, true. That is how 2 dimensions works now, isn't it? It's because they have no depth. Alright. Formed from the shiniest of gems, this prism can refract dimensions themselves. Okay. Oh, it's huge. Oh my goodness. Proceed with the experiment. Close the door and turn on the lever. Ta-da! happens if I stand in front of it? Do my dimensions get all wacky? The tree is tiny. But looks like it worked, though. Boom! Look at that successful setup. Yes, I am quite pleased. You are nearly as efficient and assistant as Iago. At least I have opposable thumbs. True, yet it is remarkable what Iago can accomplish without them. Okay, well, are we going to fix this problem, or did you just want to be mean and then go back in the lamp? Let us not be hasty. Much work remains. That's what I thought. My research has uncovered a worrying fact. The objects we have repaired may only be a symptom of a flattening plague affecting the entire isle. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Indeed, but with my help it can be stopped. You should be able to use the geometrically repaired objects to return the planar topography to its expected dimensions. However, I suspect that you may need to experiment with the placement. My analysis was unable to determine the exact configuration required to solve this once and for all. How did you get so good at geometry? In addition to my knowledge of the arcane, I also possess an endless well of more mundane knowledge, that is, of the natural world. Agrabah has long been a center of learning, and I have studied the works of all its best mathematical... Too many big words! Stumbling over my tongue. Agrabah has long been a center of learning, and I have studied the works of all its best mathematical minds. I doubt you would have heard of any of them. I don't know, try me. Another time. I presume you have more pressing matters to attend to? Okay, Jafar, be that way. I'm off to try and fix things for good. Hope your geometry skills were enough to settle this. Trust me, Crystal, they are. Okay, so we have to find the correct places to put these, then. Does that mean where I got them from? Or, I am not sure. Oh, decorate with the objects in their proper biomes. Okay, so yep, we've just got to put them in the right biomes. Sounds good to me, but I think we are going to wrap things up there for now for this episode. Come on back next time to see what happens when we put down the geometrically stabilized objects, and if Jafar has a long con going on here, as I suspect he most likely does. So, if you would like to join in at the Hobby Ever After, be sure to subscribe, and if you could like the video, I would really appreciate it. And let me know down below, are you excited for the new Aladdin and Jasmine Dreamlight Valley update? Because I know I am. Alright, I will see you next time. Bye-bye!